Hey everybody, welcome back to Scraptember. Today is double page layout. I'm going to be doing a double page layout, a real quick one on using a printout and a few pictures. I am now a co-host on a Disney podcast. So I have printed the information about the podcast, our first week results, and a screenshot from our recording software. So that's pretty exciting. I'm going to be using those to do a 2-page spread. And hopefully, you'll see that come together. Thanks, everyone. I will put you on fast forward and you'll see it in the end. We're doing a double page. I don't do a lot of double pages. I think I've done one for this whole series. And the reason I don't is because a lot of times when I have a lot of photos, I tend to just do a lot of pages. I don't necessarily want them all on one spread. But sometimes a double page layout is perfect if you want to have the pages all be together. The other issue I have is when I put things in albums, it's hard for me sometimes to remember where they go. And so having double pages means you have to put them in at the right place. And I tend to just do my albums as one big yearly album and I just put everything in for that year. There's not necessarily in chronological order. But that means that if I do double pages, I got to make sure they go in the right place. I am using a combination of, say, cheese and some old photoplay Disney products. This particular paper says Magic, and it is a paper I got a whole set of. So I have 50 pages of this Magic paper because I absolutely love it. I think it's perfect. It's the great background. So I used it here. My plan is to have the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper on the left-hand side and these two photos on the right-hand side. And then you're going to see I have a 4x6 card that I'm going to use as well that I just thought was super cute because there are 3 of us typically co-hosting. For the first episode, we had a guest, but normally we just have 3 people. And there was 3 little gnomes riding a roller coaster, and so I was able to put the names of the 3 of us on the little gnomes that are riding the roller coaster, and I thought that was just the cutest thing. So I'm anchoring with a little bit of red, this 8.5 by 11. I didn't need to mat it all. I just thought having the little bit of red kind of gave the page enough of an anchor. Then I'm going to put these 2 down, and then I'm going to find the 8.5 by 11 card. There you see it with my 3 gnomes on it. And we are going to put that down. There was like a slight, just a little bit of the edge of that, so I cut it off. But this is the base of the page. So if you're struggling with a double page layout, one of the things that I like to do is what I did here, which is I put one strip of a color across all of the pages to kind of show that they all go together. So I have the magic paper, then I have a strip of the polka dot with the Disney colors paper there kind of going across the bottom. And then it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy. It can just have a similar vibe. So this page is really one big, huge page. It's not identical. It's not a mirror image, but it's a page that goes across. So I have one big, and I'm going to say photo for the, even though it's an 8.5 by 11. And then the other side has a little bit of different items. So I did want a journal box. The journal box I liked said autographs on it, and I didn't need autographs. So you're going to see how I change that using stickers. Cover up the autographs and cover up the nice to meet you with a couple of stickers. And that means this particular journal box works for my layout. And that's another thing that I've just kind of learned to do with, particularly with the Disney products, is sometimes the words are not things that I necessarily need. We don't have a lot of photos anymore with our kids, and we don't have a lot of like some of the snacks don't necessarily vibe. We're not big ice cream eaters, so we don't have a lot of the ice cream. Now we do have a lot of Dole Whip, but not the ice cream, and some of the stuff just doesn't work. But for this particular one, I was excited to have some of these down. So here's some of the word stickers that I'm putting down. Some of the stickers, I did want to add something to this. I didn't want it to all just be white over there. So I added a few stickers, kind of made it work. That cute little M. I have the word magic. I'm adding balloons, so just adding a few things here and there just to kind of sprinkle around some fun on this layout. So for me, this is a good way to do a double page. I had to kind of do a double page because I really needed that full 8.5 by 11 to get all the information about the podcast, which is really what I want to have in my scrapbook. I want a memory about this podcast. I want the information about this podcast. So that allowed me to have that in there. And think about doing that. Think about finding printouts that are more than just taking photos. So if you've gone somewhere or you've done something um, that has a website or has some information, you can print those out and put those in your scrapbook. And that's a great way to have a double page layout. Is one side is a printout of the 8.5 by 11 paper that you can print on your computer, and then the other side can be the pictures of the event. Um, Looking back, I think I will be excited to have that information about the scrapbook in my or I will be glad to have the information about the podcast in my scrapbook. So this was a way to get that plus a couple photos. Now, podcasting is something you don't take a lot of photos of, so I just have the one screenshot of when we were recording that came as a social media download option from the software we used. But overall, I think this is a great way to document this. So I hope you're enjoying all of our Scraptembers. This was day 24. Full disclosure, the next week I am going to be gone, so I'm hoping to get everything recorded today or tomorrow so that I can get all of these out. There is a possibility that I may fail open here at the end. We'll see. If you see videos the rest of the week, you'll know I didn't. But I'm hoping I can still make it. Looks like at this point there's nothing that is super scary coming up in front of us. I think the scary ones were texture paste, mixed media, multi-photo. Some of those were a little scarier. But tomorrow we have holiday supplies, and I'm counting Halloween as a holiday, so you guys know what we're going to go back to tomorrow. We're going to go back to Paige Evans. And then we've got diagonal pattern papers, fussy cutting, minimalist, and scrap lift. So we're ending strong. Hope you enjoyed this. Here's the close up. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.